personally know someone that was there. I'm going to play this clip. This was from Rob Smith. I cannot stand this guy, but I love the people in the clip. I just don't like Rob Smith. Here we go.
Is the Black History Month reception at the White House. I'm out here and you can see all of these people standing and waiting in line to go into the White House reception for Black History Month. So if anybody's telling you, what's going on, brother? How you doing? How you doing?
This is an all-star affair.
This is another one. This is what happens.
All-star affair.
What's going on? So, good to see you.
Let me play it back.
What's going on? So, good to see you as well, brother. So, look, this is the line again for the Black History Month reception at the White House. So the next time somebody tells you that Trump is racist or he doesn't like black people or anything like that, you can direct them to this crowd. You can direct them to all of the black people that are here in support of the president, and you can direct them to stop their lying, their deceit, and their propaganda, because this is black excellence behind me, and the Trump White House appreciates that, respects it, and is honoring it for Black History Month.
I just watched you this morning.
Oh, yeah?
So I didn't get my invite, even though I didn't get my invite. I'm not black enough, I guess. I didn't get it.
You're not, but maybe if we go together, we'll equal enough. We'll equal black enough to be able to get an invite. I'll rip it in half. You keep half, I take half, and we'll make it.
I promise you, I was like, wow, everybody was there. That's part of something I'm part of, but I didn't get an invite. It's okay. But nevertheless, it's all good.
So you invite either, though. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
What were you going to say, Greg?
You know, when it's like a party, there's like that one person that didn't get invited?
Yeah.
Feels like that? Oh, okay.
It feels like that. It feels like they said that they got me for Hispanic month. I said I ain't Hispanic, so I mean I'm happy to go. I'll take the invitation. Anyways, I joke. I'm half joking. Yeah, half joking, but half telling the truth. I'll tell you guys later. But nevertheless, we saw Rippy. Doc, what do you think about Trump hosting the Black History Month? I see you didn't get invited too. I guess you don't support. Oh yeah, you don't like Trump. So, what's your thoughts?
I thought you just trying to call Doc light skin too. The light skin joke.
I honestly wasn't making a light skin joke. I was really getting at. Do you think if you were invited, Doc, would you be excited? Would you be celebrating? What do you think?
Nah, I ain't the tap dancing, sing mammy kind of nigga. So you know what I'm saying. I probably wouldn't have went. Cause it come off like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not about Rippy, because I think Rippy is real open-minded, and
I do too.
And he believes in what he believes in, and that's cool with me, you know what I mean? But when you get out there with tap dancing niggas, we can't tell you apart. You know what I'm saying? So that is a dangerous part to be in, because, and not all of them, some of them people are just black conservatives, and that's what they believe, and that's cool too. But the people, when you get in those type of environments, a lot of those people are invited because they do stuff on the internet for likes and clicks. And sometimes in the black community, when they get on there and do stuff for likes and clicks, they tap dance and coon and clown. You know what I mean? And that's not just a conservative thing. That's a liberal thing. That's done on both sides. That's bipartisan. They're coon and clown on both sides. You know what I mean? So I'm not putting it on him like that, but I just don't think I'd want to be out there and being paraded around for my look how I know black people. Look at all the niggas I know. You know what I mean? Like, that just wouldn't be my, you know, I got that one black friend. I wouldn't want to be the one to show up and be like, yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think
like 500 black friends there. It was like a room full of black people.
He got to show you how many he got. You know what I mean? Like he could do it at any moment. He could have did it last year. You know what I mean? Like, I get it as Black History Month.
He does it once a year, specifically Black History Month.
I know it.
And that's all I say.
Why can't he? You know what I'm saying? And that ain't just against him or anybody. No. I get it's
politics in general. It's not. Let me be clear. My criticism is not just on Trump, because they all do this. Why do you only give one day in February to the black community when we're 14 to 20% of the population. I don't would like that.
And Trump is the leader of the free world. So do I think that Trump set this up and he's the person who was like, yeah, this is who I'm going to invite. This is who's not coming. I don't believe that. I believe it was a day on his calendar. Someone else schedules it. Somebody else picks the roster of whoever's coming, and all of the presidents do it. Everyone does it. It's not a single out thing for him. But I wouldn't go for that purpose, because I ain't gonna be the black guy, for anybody, for any white folks out there. You know what I'm saying? So don't plan on me being the nigga you call to vouch on. You know how to season your chicken. You know what I'm saying?
So
it's not gonna happen.
Embarrassed that I didn't get invited, or should I just be glad since it's the one day of tap dancing?
No, you ain't have your shoes on, Nora. They said no. Just started.
She would have tapped.
She don't. Yeah, she wouldn't tap hard enough. They said, "Oh my, she all beat over there. We know she got a little bit of goddamn Moroccan in her. She all beat, goddammit."
Okay, Mia, I know you want to add to the conversation. What's your thoughts?
I was just looking at the comments, and our troll Ryan H 2691 was talking about Jim Crow 2.0. Civil rights leaders sound alarm on the Save Act, the new ID Act, when it comes to that. And I wanted to highlight this because this is an example of liberal racism and bigotry. To assume that Black Americans are not fucking capable, excuse my French, of coming up with documentation to vote is ridiculous. We're more than capable of having IDs. Most of us have passports. We know where we're born. We have our birth certificates. And it's the bigotry like this of low expectations that we are not capable of doing for ourselves. And we need the white man to lower the standards so we can meet them. This is what I'm talking about when we say liberals and Democrats are racist, because they perpetuate these falsehoods that Black Americans are not good enough, that we're not capable on our own, which we are. And nothing infuriates me more of this bigotry of low expectations from these people. Black Americans do not need any fucking help. Just like every other American, we're perfectly capable of getting passports, getting our birth certificates, knowing where the DMV is. We have computers, we have iPads, we have iPhones, we have college degrees. We don't need you to lower the fucking standards because you think we're not good enough to meet them. Data tells us we are perfectly capable of voting on our fucking own.
Sorry.
And that's all I got to say about the SAVE Act. Black people are going to be just fine. FBAs are going to be just fine. We'll be able to vote, baby. Don't worry about us.
Yeah, tell them. And just so you know, most Black immigrants, they got their papers in order. They got their green card. They got all that in order. So you don't even got to worry about us Black immigrants over here. But nevertheless, I got another clip I want to play. This was at the White House. This is what happened.
I love Nicki Minaj. She was here a couple of weeks ago. She's so beautiful. Her skin's so beautiful. I said, Nicki is so beautiful. Her nails are like that long. I said, Nicki, are they real? She said, she didn't want to get into that. But she was so beautiful and so great. And she gets it, more importantly, frankly.
Hey, so Gray, I want to get your thoughts in here. When he falls out with Nicki, do you think he gonna be making that a critique about them nails? Because I feel like he gonna use it against her at some point. I don't know, or maybe they'll never fall out. What you think, Gray?
People said that he hit, so I mean, I don't know. That's what people said.
I'm one of them people. I'm one. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I've known Trump likes to dip in the dark meat. That's what I've heard about him. So
then that proves he's not a racist, then, right?
Hell no. What?
I don't know. Maybe it's a fetish. I don't know. How would I know? So my whole point with him and Nicki, I feel like Trump is all about who's loyal to him. Trump will be cool with anybody. If you could be the worst person in the world, if you're loyal to Trump, Trump will ride with you if you ride with him. So as long as she don't turn on Trump, she's good.
Well, that wasn't the only Black woman that he was having a good moment with yesterday. Let's watch this clip.
In the district, if you kill somebody, okay, You take a life, you do life. Just that simple. If you do a hush crime, you do hush time. Just that simple. And then we need National Guard, and which we did years ago. He brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him. And Grandma said it.
Ooh, I don't know who made this list, but boy, she should have been at the top of that motherfucker, boy.
See, this is why I can't be invited to places, y'all. I would have been that person hollering.
That's why you would get an invite. They know that.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's why when they giving out the cups, I say no, thank you. But nevertheless, Kamal, does this prove that Trump is not a racist?
I don't know. Y'all don't want to hear my answer. We got a bunch of mega coons in the Democratic butter biscuit eating shills all in the chat. This don't make. Did y'all know that the race of white folks still fuck black folks? You feel me? Just because you
in slavery,
Yeah.
he's talking about, right?
Yeah, like, bro, the whole thing hanging around other groups and stuff like that does not eliminate you from being a racist. Okay? But I will say this. Trump is a great marketer, ain't he? This motherfucker be marketing goddamn well. God damn, he had that mammy up there in her mammy spirit. Like, oh, Lord, don't you dare talk about my white Zeta Trump. He is the greatest ever, just like my grandmama said. Who got the better butter biscuits, man? The Democratic shields or the MAGA people? I'm just wondering. And Ryan, bruh, I'm going to do a prayer for you. I pray that, you find it in your heart to forgive Jeffrey mama who gave you herpes from her meth-encrusted cooch. Both of you motherfuckers in the chat, we wouldn't give you shit if you actually talked about the point that we talking about instead of trying to allude that we some coons and stuff like that. And all of us on this panel, we all ain't goddamn conservative or Republican like that. But I had to give a prayer because, we did the prayer to Catholic earlier and stuff. So I had to give a prayer to bruh because he seemed like he needed it. You feel me? And Michael Wilbur, you funny as hell. Bruh said, what about White History Month? I'm like, okay, bruh.
As the white man here, we do not need a White History Month.
Goodness.
I like
think
Black
Democrats
History Month.
Democrats are delusional to think like Democrats have this idea that there's no racism on the Democratic side. And that's not to say Trump is racist or any of that, like, because I'm not calling that. But Democrats will be like, did you see that? We would never. And I'd be like, yo, come on, bro. Like, is it white folks over there? All right, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it black folks over there? You think the Asian Democrats like gonna let you marry their daughter if you ain't Asian?
Hell no.
Never. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a disillusion. Like, it's just certain things in the world that are true. It's racism everywhere in the world, in every group, in every religion, and that's just the truth. Like, but they would try to like trick us out of our vote by being like, oh my God, are you siding with the racists? I'd be like, shit, I don't know which side yet. One of them though. You know what I'm saying? I'm independent, so it's coming. I don't know which side, but one of them. Like,
I gotta respond to that as a Democrat on the panel. I feel like the both racism on both sides, the argument, there's two very different types of racism. Like, you have the right wing that probably identifies with going after minorities and things like that, where it's policies and things with voting and things like that, where people feel like their rights are being infringed upon. Where I feel like the left wing looks at a power dynamic and is racist towards whites, but not in the sense of oppression or doing policies that harm them. I think that's the difference.
Now, Gray, I gotta give some pushback, bro, because racism just racism. That sounds like the whole
Yeah,
thing.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, like when people hit you with the, oh, it's the Jews, and we talk about white supremacy. We'd be like, come on, the whole Jewish supremacy shit, that's what it kind of sounds like. So racism is racism at the end of the day. That's how I kind of feel.
Yeah, I want to say racism is racism, but if we're going to have the discussion about which type of racism, I mean, at least I'd rather see the racism blatantly than have somebody insidiously do it. It's very bigoted and insidious to assume that because I'm Black, somehow I can't fucking vote on my own. Because I'm Black, somehow you have to lower the standards because you think I am less than, because you're perpetuating not only a bias that has been taught, whether it's in the medical field or in the education field. And that's what Democrats do. They perpetuate this bigotry and bias of low expectations, which thus compounds us to stay leached onto the teat of the government because they purposefully keep us there, because they continue to perpetuate their racism and bigotry of low expectations, because they constantly are lowering the bar. So when you have people like Clarence Thomas, whether you like him or not, when he was in college back in Harvard, he cut strays because of affirmative action, because it essentially, in ways, people could feel like it lowered the bars and it lowered the standards for us to be there. We're never going to beat these stereotypes if you don't give us actual equality and we are not treated as equal. You have and that's my biggest crux with the Democratic Party, is they are constantly being bigots. It's insidious. They do it deceitfully. They're like, oh, we're friends, but I think you're less than. I think you're stupid. I think you can't operate an iPhone. I think you can't operate a computer. You don't have access to internet. These are what our future judges, lawyers, congressmen, and women are saying on TV, 10 toes down, that they think Black people don't have access to this shit. That's crazy to me. And that's what makes up the Democratic Party. And the fact that so many Black people don't call them out for their bigotry of low expectations on us is crazy work to me. You do not have to lower the standards for Black Americans. We are more than capable, just like everybody else, of meeting them. And that's why so many Black people are leaving the Democratic Party, as we see it now, how racist they are. They're just very insidious about it. But I'm sorry, I'd rather deal with a crazy white racist who's racist to my face than a Democrat who thinks low of me, who wants to lower the standards.
And let me be clear, I was just in a room full of white conservatives in December. I felt zero racism. I make a post, I get 10 racist posts from Democrats, all sorts of things. You shouldn't be thinking like this because of your race. Or remember this happened. It's like reminding me, putting me in my place because of my race. So I have a problem with that. But anyway,
I want to ask a loaded question. Okay. So I want to go to colorism because I'm the darkest person on this panel. So I want to say, like, for you, being lighter complexion, do you feel like you feel more comfort with whites than someone that is a darker complexion that feels like the racism that comes from the right wing is much more harmful to that person, whether it be police policy, whether that be with jobs, and whether that be just having the right to vote, because gerrymandering happens in this situation. So I want to ask that question.
Yeah, of course. Colorism exists. The closer in proximity you are to whiteness, the easier it is for you to blend in. And being racially ambiguous makes life a little bit easier for you. It's the data supports by every metric that we have that being darker skinned can and does often put you at a disadvantage. And anybody who is light skinned that says it doesn't exist, a fucking liar, because we have the data that supports that. Like, that's not, colorism exists. It exists as a society as a whole. It exists in Asian culture. If you notice, the Asians also sequester themselves. You have your Chinese and you have your Japanese, who are historically very pale, but you have your Filipinos and like your Taiwanese, who are a little bit darker, or your Cambodian people, who are also much darker. And you notice there's not a lot of intermingling between them as well, because they try to keep their bloodlines pure. Colorism exists in every single race that we have in the United States, but all over the world as well.
Yeah, 100%. I just want to touch on this too.
Go ahead.
my entire thing with this is where the colorism and all the racism comes from is from the Democratic Party, from the inception of the United States. Like, I don't ever really want to hear that there was a party shift in America when Democrats are still singing the same tune that they were singing at the end of the Civil War. It's just with a different colored person at this point, because back then it was black people with slaves, now it's with immigrants. Like, I don't ever want to hear it. And their blatant racism is just showing nowadays. I've said it from the beginning. The people that are the loudest about something, calling somebody racist, calling somebody something else, are the ones who are guilty of it. I've never seen, like, maybe it's the group of people that I hang around, that I conversate with, that are Republicans. I don't see racism from any of them. None of them show any racism and a racist bone in their body. We're all fun-loving people that love everybody for who they are, not because of their skin color, not because of anything like that. When it comes down to the colorism, let's look at the incarceration rates of people of color and look at the policies that were put forward. The 94 crime bill is the biggest one, and that was authored by Joe Biden, the president that everybody loved. Apparently 81 million people voted for him. One of the most racist people that I've ever seen in my entire life, just based off of clips of him. Like, I'm sorry, like, that's where it all comes from. And I realistically, like I said it last night, I want the Democratic Party to literally just die and something else take its place. Something else take the place of the Democratic Party, because it has done nothing but keep people down. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry. Every Democratic policy that I've ever seen keeps people in poverty, keeps people in these situations where the Republicans, yes, there are racist Republicans. I'm never going to say there isn't. There are, but I see more of it on the Democratic side. Yes, you have the groypers who are the racist of the Republican Party. That's what I call the real racist of the Republican Party. Maybe some fucking Meemaw and Papaw in the middle of fucking nowhere in America, the redneck racist, yeah, that are in the Republican Party, sure. But it's not as pronounced as the Democratic Party online every single day. Like what happened 2 weeks ago with the ICE agent, the one black ICE agent who called asked if that dude was a woman or whatever it was. And you have the one dude in the background screaming, yeah, you H N-word, you house N-word. Like, that got swept right under the fucking rug. If that was a Trump supporter who said that, that would have been on every single news station. Every single news station would have been playing that for a month straight. You guys just, I can go on for hours. Sorry.
I'll tell you this, Enzo, that shit getting swept under my rug. I talked about that shit. And
So
the
did I.
light skin, bro, Torre, bro, giving a pass saying, oh,
He justified it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
There's no justifying that. There is none. That's disgusting language in my eyes.
That shit is crazy. Can I speak on the colorism thing though?
Yeah, go ahead. And then we're gonna go to closing thoughts. You'll be the last.
Yeah, I know that, I'm light skinned. You feel me? I see it every day. You know what I mean? I will say this about the colorism thing. I guess that shit didn't work for me because that shit didn't give me a goddamn better job or it didn't give me a better position in school. None of that shit. Now it maybe gave me a better chance at getting an attempt to talk to a woman. You feel me? But it still didn't give me the draws. You feel me? That colorism shit didn't do nothing for me at all. I'm just saying, you feel me? Like, and I'm the light of the light. People say I'm transparent, goddamn. I just see that the colorism thing, I feel that's more of some shit that happens within other groups.
Our community. Or our community. I do feel like the colorism thing to me is more prevalent in our community.
Laura, be real. You say that black people are more racist to you.
For me, that's what I'm saying. In our community, what I'm saying is, I think white people, they truly think black is black to them. I don't think they like. Yes, I think some darker people do get like worse treatment sometimes, but within our community, the colorism thing I think is the most prevalent.
I think differently because Gray, my brother. My brother is darker than Gray. Like my actual brother, we got the same mama, we got different pops. And the way I get treated and the way he get treated, it's a distinct difference. And we grew up together, so I know it. And that's just a part of the game. We ain't running away from it. That's something we grew up and learned to accept. Our mama put us onto it early. So it happens, and it does happen. Because before I had locks and I had a beard, when I was just a light-skinned guy with a low haircut, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot easier to, you know, be accepted some places than it would be for, you know. So it is definitely a thing. And that's about white people, black people, you know, everywhere.
Man, I'm jealous of your light skinness, bro. That shit worked for you. Damn.
I've seen some MAGA Trump supporters, but I just wanted to ask that question because y'all were like, oh, it's racism from both sides. But Nora was like, oh, black people are racist towards me, blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't matter what
Did
side.
not say that.
Throwing you right under the bus. Straight up throwing you under the bus. Full stop. Backed it up and ran you over.
So in that aspect, I would say, okay, I can understand why you would pick this over that because you're saying this is racism coming from here. So that was my question. For me,
well, Gray thinks that everybody, any black person that's a Republican is crazy because he feels like Republicans are the most racist people in the world. You gonna throw me under the bus, I'm gonna throw you under the bus. And so just so you know, he thinks we're all crazy if we support Trump and we're conservative and we're black.
What I said was this is a new age thing. A new age thing is black people being conservatives. Wasn't something that Trump did this, but from Trump's behavior, the way Trump acts, I understand the appeal to people. But I guess I'm more of an old soul where I'm like, well, this is touchy. I can't trust giving these people a vote because I don't know what they might do to black people. That's just the reality of it.
I want to ask you this, I want to ask you, Gray, do you really think it's just that, or people are just really waking up to the Democratic Party and realizing that they're not for people?
Okay, I haven't seen, for me, like my aunt, like an older black relative come to me and say, oh, this is what is good for black people. The people in my family that have been MAGA are younger, are entrepreneurs, are more different than someone that's very old school. So like I haven't seen very many older black people in my vicinity, in my personal life, that would vote for a Republican.
That's fair.
All right, guys, this is a great discussion. We're going to start with closing thoughts. Ladies first. Mia, what's your closing thought?
At the end of the day, we are all Americans, but don't be a fucking bigot. Black Americans are more than capable of taking care of ourselves. We do not need the standards lowered because you think we are less than. You need to address your own internalized racism and your own bigotry if you continue to perpetuate those kind of lies and stereotypes about Black Americans. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't be a fucking bigot.
Also, go follow Mia on TikTok, X, Instagram, and YouTube.
You see Jeffrey Epstein on here?
Who did he say? Charlie. Jesus Christ. Just in time for Enzo. I didn't know that was up there, Enzo, when I called you. Enzo, what's your closing thoughts?
This is a great episode. Whole Prince Andrew thing, I think it's just for show. I don't really think anything's gonna happen with that. One weird thing that I found out about Jeffrey Epstein today, that in 2015 and 2016 under the Obama administration, almost bought DOD property and was going to be the landlord for DOD property, as well as 2 FBI field offices in Virginia as well as Baltimore, which I thought was absolutely insane. Other than that, I really don't think Christians or Catholics are being prosecuted the wrong way or persecuted the wrong way in America, other than Nick Fuentes and his supporters. I think a full wrath should go after them. And one thing I wanted to say on Nick Fuentes before was I think it's hilarious that he wants the Democrats to win when they're going to go after anybody and everybody that sided with Trump. He's going to be like public enemy number 1 to go after. Like the Biden administration was going after Charlie Kirk, trying to throw Charlie Kirk in fucking jail. What do you think they're going to do to Nick Fuentes? They're going to make an example out of him if they get into office. So I think it's hilarious. It's like salt for slugs at this point. Like you're literally just going to tell people to vote for your own demise. Other than that, like I said, this is a great episode, and I hope everyone has a good weekend.
Good point. Doc, what's your closing thoughts? Thank you for coming.
A guy like Nick Fuentes who doesn't wear pants, you can't trust him. I've been around the world. You got to use the rights we have in America. He's using his freedom of speech while telling you not to use your freedom to vote. You shouldn't listen to someone like that. He's not even wearing pants. That's most important. And everybody, racism from anyone is a bad thing. One of the things I realized as a young dude from, a very low income background when I joined the army was when we got out there, we were all there together, like black, white, Asian. We were all Americans and we were there together. And I think a lot more people need to realize that, and a lot more people need to try to live that a little bit better when they go out throughout their day. I know it's going to be different struggles for everyone of every demographic, but do your best to just try to be the best person you can be. And as far as the Catholics under attack, I think she kind of invited the attack. And I don't know if Catholics are under attack or if she's under attack, but people believe in what they believe in, and you're not going to change it for a lot of people because they live in that world every day. So just do what's best for you. As far as voting, I told y'all on here, I'll tell you who I'm voting for. I'm more independent. Vote for what works best for you in your life, and we'll just go from there.
Facts. Kamal, what's your closing thoughts?
Man, shout out to everybody on the panel today. You feel me? Y'all go follow. Some people have TikToks. Some people have Twitters. Some people run lives on TikToks and stuff like that. Y'all go follow them. Also, follow the new party. Hit the notification bell so you know when they go live, all right? Also, if you want to follow on my end, Kamal Johnson Network. You feel me? Y'all come over there. Ryan, bring your dusty ass over there so I can clown you and Jeffrey. God damn it. I'm going to get on y'all in a minute, but I'm going to get back on these topics. First of all, Prince Andrew. He was on the island. Second was the Catholics getting attacked by the Jewish, bruh. I don't really know, but it did kind of seem that if you criticize anything that a Jewish person do at this point, it seems like they're saying you're anti-Semitic and anti-Zionist. But Ray FBA, shout out to you, brother. You did bring up a great point. You have to define what's a Semite. Anyway, shout out to Mr. Rippy and Slim. I ain't gonna lie, y'all two kind of changed my mind on the black MAGA crowd. You feel me? Y'all cool as hell. Y'all open-minded. Y'all can have good discussions. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all are kind of in a group where the rest of the group, they be tap dancing like Doc says. They be cooning it up. And you not only have MAGA coons, you have Democoons, as you can see with Ryan and Jeffrey. Also, I will have to say this. Is Donald Trump a racist? At this point, I think 95% of these motherfuckers racist. We just have to do business with them. We trying to get our goddamn tangibles, you feel me? I'm going to keep screaming it. Cash reparations. You feel me? Anti-black hate crime bill. What's up with that? Y'all just know that a illegal immigrant killed one of our black sisters fleeing from ICE? Anti-black hate crime bill. We gonna need that. You feel me? And yeah, shout out to the chat though. Y'all is very respectful, you feel me? And I'm just playing with y'all, Jeffrey and Ryan. Don't get your goddamn panties in a bunch. Especially Ryan, you been Justin Timberlake crying out here. You like, oh my God, y'all some Karens and favorites. With that being said, look, everybody have a great weekend. And Ryan and Jeffrey, stop playing reach arounds with each other, bro. The shit's disgusting. Hold on. We got nigga said, shut the F up. All nigga not. Boy, I'm gonna spare your ass. You feel me? I'm gonna let Gray go. You feel me? I'm gonna let you.
Prince Andrew got arrested. Well, we are talking about Catholics, so I would say I don't confess, so don't confess. But this Epstein thing is getting crazy. I don't think he's going to confess. And I do think it's going to be a blue wave in the midterms. For me, I don't necessarily want them to impeach Trump. I just want to get back to peace and chaos. It might destroy us on the podcast because it's not going to be entertaining anymore with Trump's antics and the Republicans' antics. But, maybe things will get a little better if we have some checks and balances. Like we always say on a new party, always vote.
Always vote. Guys, thank you guys for watching. Shout out to watching us. We do this every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday and Wednesday is a more men's focused hip hop night with Gray on the Man Cave. Tuesday, Thursday is more political and pop culture. So make sure you guys are following us. I will be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. bright and early for our weekday recap show. I do that every Monday and Friday morning where we do the weekend or weekday recap. So thank you guys for watching. So my closing thoughts is this: freedom of religion is a cornerstone of free society. It protects Christians, Muslims, Jews, and other people of every faith, and those of no faith at all. We should be the first to denounce anyone who tries to infringe on another person's right to worship or not worship according to their conscience. So to our Christian audience, or a Catholic audience, I should say, Happy Land. To our Muslim friends, Ramadan Mubarak. And we believe Jesus is the truth and light. Well, at least I do. And I'll always share that hope, but I don't believe in coercion. I don't believe in forcing my religion on anyone. I believe in protecting it because that's what the founding fathers wanted. Good night. God bless. Stay safe.
Before we wrap, I want to take a quick moment to talk about how you can support the new party. We are an independent media platform. No corporate backers, no political handlers, just a collection of voices representing all American viewpoints, especially the stories they don't want you talking about.
I'm disgusted with our government, and it doesn't matter which party you're talking about. I'm disgusted.
We are watching an active genocide. I don't know how else to put it. There are thousands of people getting killed every day.
This is the first time in history that an American cardinal has ever been elevated to pope. It is legitimately make America great again.
Yeah.
Like, they're fighting for illegal immigrants, not immigrants. Illegal. Like, and they burning the flag and shit.
Like I always say, it was a great episode. I'm happy with the wins that Donald Trump's.
Like you heard Nora Skeptic say, we're going to keep bringing like different types of content and things that we know people want to see. And like we always say on the new party, always vote.
If you believe Americans can still have civil discourse, even in these polarizing times, we need your help to stay independent and keep growing. You can support us by donating to our GoFundMe page, becoming a channel member, sending a super chat, or grabbing merch from the New Party store. Every donation goes directly toward growing the channel promotion and our upcoming documentary. And as a thank you, donors will receive an exclusive copy of the documentary 1 week before it premieres. Who is the New Party? We're you, your voice, your stories, your America. We can only do this together. So if you're able, please donate and help us get the message out.
It's pathetic.